Yay!
So, just short intro for my editor. Let's see. Thank you, dear editor, for this. Anyway, so welcome to this video. This is a Notion Build With Me session with your host, me, Cells Alejandro. And for today's Build With Me session, I am with this freelancing ally and parang tita slash mom ko na rin siya. So, si Tita Carol Medalla. So, if you think Notion is, not good, if you're not techie or you feel like it's overwhelming, then this session is for you. So Tita Carol is so Tita Carol, we're going to do this live. Hindi namin to pinlan on whatever we're gonna be talking about. So this is like as in super like on the spot script kind of thing. So we'll see. And hopefully after this session, we get to help her use Notion, the way her brain works and the way she likes to work. And you also get tips on how you can do the same for your own workspace. So Tita Carol, are you ready?
Yes, I'm so
Yes.
ready. I'm so ready.
Yeah, so I'm just setting up this new workspace. So here's like the flow. So setting up a new workspace and then we're going to see kung ano yung need niyo po, tita. And then I'll do a tutorial. This is recorded so you can pwede mo siyang balikan anytime you want. Is that good?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, I'm just gonna clear this template out para malinis tayo. Huh, di siya nag-clear. Oh well, okay. So, while that's happening, Tita Carol, why don't you tell me what you want to do with Notion?
Oh, you see, I'm fond of doing journals.
Mm-hmm.
And I have different journals.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have journal for my traveling, and every day I do my gratitude journal
Mm-hmm.
and my daily journal. And I also have but I guess I'm not too sure if it's okay for me to have a lot of journals. Is it
Mm-hmm.
okay? Is it
Eh,
okay?
I think so. It depends. Like maybe we can streamline it by combining different journals together in one database, right? So
Okay.
it all lives in the same database, pero we're gonna use this Notion feature called views. So
Mm.
kumbaga, imagine mo if this was like filler notebook, yung Katleya, meron kang so the whole database is the whole binder. And then, di ba parang may mga sections yon na parang, oh, itong pink notebook na to para sa traveling journal ko. Itong green notebook na to para siya sa daily journal ko. And stuff like that. It's kind of the same thing, pero we just transferred that thought into Notion using views. So, you'll see that later. So, let me know if ano yung mas trip mo. Pero yeah, I'll show you first.
Okay, okay. And then I'm not too sure if is there a limit to the memory? Because I'm doing copywriting skills, daily
Yes.
copywriting practices. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking of if it's okay to put it there, or what would be a good way, putting it in Google and then just put the link there.
Right. Okay. So based on my experience, yung Notion memory itself is unlimited. Yung
Oh,
limit
that's great.
mo, limit would be sa device mo. So sa device mo na siya, sa device na magkakatalo. So if your PC is powerful enough, if your device is powerful enough, marami kang databases na pwedeng malagay. But then I've also experienced yun nga parang um, if hindi sobrang dami ng RAM mo, kasi databases to, 'di ba? So it has a lot of entries, lalo na if you're using Notion for a lot of things. It tends to become slow, not really because of sa Notion end, but really the device.
Mm.
So, would you know some specs about your device that you usually sorry, first na question, like, are you using Notion primarily still on your iPad? Because I know before, right, sa iPad mo siya ginagamit.
Yes.
Or desktop ka na. So, sa
No,
iPad siya.
no. I'm
iPad
not
siya.
in a desktop. I now
Okay.
have a laptop.
Sa laptop na po ba kayo nag-Notion?
No, I
Sa
actually
iPad.
use it in multiple, ano. So I
Okay.
access it in my iPad and then in my, basically I'm now using my Notion for the roadmap, the Zero to CEO
Okay.
roadmap,
Yay!
because I really don't know how to use it nga. That's why I sought your help, because I
Okay.
don't know how to maximize it. So that's
Okay.
it. That's how I use it. And
Okay, sige.
for the other masterminds stuff.
Okay. Other freelancing tried stuff. Okay. Sige, so that is great. So, I think if you're using it for primarily those, hindi ka naman po mauubusan. Feeling ko, yeah, oo. Yung iPad mo is enough for it naman. And
Mm.
if ever maubusan or it's starting to crash, balikan niyo na lang po ako and then we'll find a way to just fix everything when the time comes. Ayoko kasing
Okay.
I don't want to overbuild. So that's what I call yung parang hindi ka it's kind of like, the when we call what we call in freelancing like scaling too early. It's kind of like
Mm-mm.
that for this one. So yun. So
Yeah,
anything
I
else?
just need a
So
base.
yeah, base
That's
lang daw.
it
So
for now.
journals,
Mm-mm.
zero to CEO,
Mm-mm.
other freelancing stuff. So you just really want to maximize everything, tama po ba?
Yes, yes.
Are you using Notion for your so you're using Notion for journaling? How about to-do lists, project management? Do you also use Notion for that?
I'm
Or are
using a
you using
notebook.
something else? Okay,
I'm
notebook.
using a
So
notebook.
so does the notebook work for you naman? Okay naman po siya.
Yeah, yeah. It's okay
Okay.
with me.
So let's not touch that. So let's just build muna yung sa journals and then pag may naisip pa po kayong gusto nyo ilagay, like we
Okay.
can do that. So let's start simply. So that's tip number 1 is to not overbuild. Just build for what you need lang talaga at that moment. I see a lot of people copy a lot of templates or may nakita silang Notion idol nila. Tas, ang cool ng workspace nila. Gusto ko siyang gayahin. But if wala yung context of what you actually want to use it for and what you will use it for, once you build it, you'll have a pretty notion na hindi mo gagamitin. So, sayang, di ba? So, just always start small, let it grow with you. So,
Okay.
I'm
I
going
am
to
gonna
add,
add.
sige pa.
Sorry, Celsa.
No worries, it's okay.
I wanna do a habit tracker as well, because I'm
Okay.
building habits.
Yay.
So, and then I just don't know. I wanna put some thoughts for. I recently built an FB group, and I'm putting some thoughts. So I wanna put it in one place, like if it's possible here in Notion for
Yeah.
my ideas. And then, is it also possible to plan out my, say, for example, for content,
Yes.
like a content calendar?
Yep. Plan out content. Specifically for what? Like for your Facebook group or just in general things you want to post about?
Probably general. Or can I
General.
make it two?
So one for general, one for Facebook group.
Yes.
Okay, that's possible. So I'm going to build it in front of you. Tapos I'll send you access. I think I have a tutorial naman how you can duplicate this for your space. And then actually you can just start using that already. But yeah, let's start with oh yeah, sorry. I need to ask, how much time do you have po tonight? Because
I'm open. But
you're
you
open
see,
naman.
yeah,
Okay,
onwards, I don't have
so
any.
let's prioritize the build just in case in order of priority para po hindi tayo like ma-overwhelm. So which one do you want to do first? Like which one yung pinaka-importante po sa inyo?
The journaling and
Okay.
the habit tracker.
Okay. So let's do that. And then after just so journal, habit tracker,
And
and then content calendar,
yes,
thoughts,
content calendar.
content muna. And then last na yung parang idea dump. Tama
Yes,
po ba?
yes.
Okay.
Of
So,
course, my Notion is already there. Can I use the one where my Notion is? My zero to CEO roadmap is there,
ah, you
or
need to
different na
give
lang?
me access to it. Um, yeah, kasi like, okay, I'll give you the choice. You need to give me access
Mm-mm.
for it. I'm not sure how the sharing works. It might be a little wonky. The second option would be I'll build it here. I'll give you the link so you can duplicate it sa sarili nyong space. So you
Okay.
don't have
Okay.
to build this out.
Yay!
So
Thank you, thank you.
yeah, yeah. So I'll just give you the templates so you can. So basically parang plug and play lang siya. Once you duplicate it, malalagay po siya sa page ninyo. Tas yun na. So like everything we're building here, you'll have access to so you can do it all by yourself.
Yay! Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oo naman, cause like parang it would be weird if I build it tapos hindi siya magagamit. Parang yeah, I'm just showing you. Para kang binigyan ng donut, binagayway sa mukha mo. Tapos kakainin.
Pinatakam ka, no?
Yeah, so okay, we're gonna do that. So first we're gonna do journals. Actually, so I'm gonna make a new page and I actually have two screens. So yung notes ko, I'm just gonna put it in my other screen. So wait lang po. I will just check it out. Okay. So yung nakikita nyo pong screen, yung may notes, tama po ba? Right, okay.
Yes.
So we're gonna do the journal. So let's start with the journal. So if you're building for someone and you have two monitors, I don't know, like that's what yung ganun yung workflow ko. Like this is just for the audience. If you're watching this and you want to build it for someone, if you have two monitors, I do that. It's
Mm-mm.
so much easier. So this is a journal. We're going to turn this into a database. And the reason for that is it becomes super powerful if we turn this into a database versus a page. And you'll find out why later. Pero basically, yung journal niyo po, tama po ba? You have a daily journal.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So yung daily journal nyo, actually, you can connect it to your habit tracker. You can connect it
Oh,
to your habit
talaga?
tracker.
Galing.
We can actually even incorporate the habit tracker inside of your journal. But I'll just ask you later. So let's just do the journals first. So what I will need from you po is help to populate these properties. To see like ano po ba yung mga kailangan ninyo. So right now, may journal database na po ba kayo?
What do you mean? Do I
Uh,
may
how do you
existing
do
journals
your
na ako?
yes, sa loob ng Notion?
No, I don't
Not
have.
yet. Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. Okay,
Nothing at
sige.
all.
That actually is helpful for us because we're starting from scratch. So no need to be
Yay!
like,
Yes.
okay, how do we fix this? Oh, now we're starting from scratch. So we're starting off na. Okay, ito yung foundations of how to build it. So kung ganon, I will delete this first and just repeat what I did. Para really like it helps you to recall. So I'm going to add a page. There's a button here. Untitled. We're just gonna title it journal, right? And then what I'm going to select is this table database, right? So now this is a database. So it essentially looks like a spreadsheet, right? So what I'm going to do is so this is a database na. Gagawin natin siyang pang journal, right? So I'm gonna make templates. We're gonna make this really nice looking. And to do that, I'm going to do this. So this is journal entry, let's say. And then gawin natin tong date. So date. What else? Let's see, journal entry date. And select tayo. Type. So, sa type, dyan papasok yung kinds of journals. that you
Mm.
have, right? So, traveling daily saka gratitude. So, we're gonna do that first. So, oops. So, I'm gonna type it. I'm just gonna do this daily, and then you have gratitude. Gratitude. Okay. And right now, what I like to do usually for mine is in journal entry ko, like, I usually make it like, yeah, day to day. And then I also put in here sa name, sa journal entry name, is the date today. So it looks like it's redundant right now.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You can turn this into like whatever you want. It's just that ang experience ko kasi, I have my own journal database, and sometimes I want to connect it to another database. So
Mhm, mm.
when I'm searching, ang sinesearch niya kasi itong journal entry, which is
Oh.
that's the reason why ito yung pinapangalan ko. So kayo po ba, do you usually do you usually title your journals like may
Yeah, I
title
do
ka every day?
with the dates.
Ah, so let's say do you have a sample? May sample, may pa-sample
O
po
sige,
ba?
sample, sample. Nung nakuryente ako,
Oh,
yun.
yun yung title?
Well, we can write, I know the date. It's sample lang naman, di ba?
Yeah, sample. It's okay. We can make up
It's,
a title.
okay, it's June 28, 2021.
June 28, 2021. So, ano, the day I became Electra.
Yan, okay. Ayan, alam mo, nilalagyan ko rin yan ng mga ganyan.
So that's your journal entry. And then usually sa loob, meron po ba kayong format like top 3 things I'm grateful for the day? Or may mga prompts po ba kayo na paulit-ulit nyo pong ginagamit? Or free flow lang po kayo?
Free flow. But
Okay.
say for example, I do have a separate journal as well on the
Mm-mm.
struggles or that I am writing and how I'm doing with it. And then if I fail, I write something about it. Meron akong ganung
Ah.
journal. Oo.
Do
So,
you want
nahihirapan na.
to turn that as a, at a sorry, do you want it, babalikan po kita, sorry, I disturbed you, I interrupted you. Do you want to make that a like struggle journal? Parang I don't like that name.
No, no, no. I
Learning
don't.
journal?
What could be,
Phoenix
not
journal.
really.
Char. Rising from the ashes.
Kasi it's crucial for me, Sales, because
Right.
I'm really evaluating each day and then checking what are my weaknesses or that I
Mm.
need to improve on, and then I evaluate how I'm doing with it. So
Okay.
I write that, and yun. But I can incorporate that in the daily journal. But what's good with it
Actually.
is, yeah, yeah, sa daily journal na lang. It's okay.
Okay. Sige. I'm also thinking, right? Kasi you can put your learnings here. Like, you can put your learnings here.
Mm-mm.
Um, but you can also put it learnings. You can also put your learnings here. And the difference
Oh.
between that is, you have to open it to see your learnings. But since you told me na,
Oh.
oh, you
Mm-mm.
evaluate it every day,
Mm-mm.
what I did, gumawa ako ng text property, and then you can
Mm-mm.
put yung learnings mo dito. And so, when you're looking at it this way, di ba, marami kang entries, you
Mm-mm.
can see like, oh, ano yung top 3 learnings ko for this day, and then overview na. Like, you don't have to click every single day.
Oh, galing. Thanks.
So you can do that. So actually we can do both. Like, oh, ito yung like super like talagang deep prose essay type. And then itong
Mhm.
learnings parang bullet points siya, parang summary lang siya so that you
Okay.
have an idea like, oh, okay, what was like, parang when was that date nga ba na natutunan ko to? And then it's easy for you like, oh, okay, ito yung bullet points ko. This feels like it's it. So it's easy for you to see. It's kind of like a
Okay.
bookmark. Parang may snippet siya, right? Like pag may
Mm-mm,
libro and
mm-mm.
then you're like,
Mm-mm,
oh,
mm-mm.
this is interesting. So you can do that. So let's just retain both of these things na
Okay.
lang. Right. Okay. So do you also like, yung sa journal mo, do you like putting like images or video?
Um,
Hindi naman. Or just
not
text?
really. No,
Okay.
just
Okay.
text.
Okay, sige.
Rare lang, probably, I just add pictures. Pwede ba? Hindi ba man nakakaubos ng ano yun, space or what?
Up to you. Kasi the reason why I asked is I'm going to make you a template if ever marami po kayong prompts. So a template is basically like, so 'di ba, like if you had like learnings, if you had like a checklist for the day, or like if you're connecting, right, parang may daily habit ka of connecting, or if
Mm-mm.
you're putting images, so you have all of that in a single entry. Tas syempre, it's a
Oh,
daily thing. If it's a daily thing kasi, I want to make it easier for you. So, ang gagawin ko is, gagawa kita ng template so that every time magbubukas ka ng bagong journal entry, populated na yung structure mo dun sa loob po. So,
oh, that is
para,
so exciting.
parang kinilig ka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But before that, I just want to make sure I just need to make sure if the recording is actually recording properly. Is that okay po?
Yeah. It's okay.
It's recording but I
It's
don't
rec-
know kasi if
it's
like
recording on my part.
hindi ko kasi alam if like tama yung nare-record yung screen, or I mean or if like mukha ko lang yung nare-record niya. So
No,
is
I
it
can
okay if I
see
just
the
double check?
screen. I'm seeing the screen. What you're teaching me.
Sige. Can I just double check really quickly just to make sure? It'll
Sure,
take me
sure.
like 2 minutes, sorry. So, yeah, I'm going to make you a template so that, madali na siya. Like, the goal is to make Notion easy for you. So, of course, like, ipapaano pa ba natin? Papa-copy-paste ka pa ba? Hindi na. Settings. I'm just here in settings. And then, where are my recordings? Recording. Play. Can't see it, but it's like it's whatever at this point. Teka lang. I can't find it. So it's whatever. Bahala na. Okay, I'm gonna resume sharing. So fix that na. So I'm going to make a template na. Aside from learnings, do you have other prompts po ba that you typically use when you're making
Gratitude.
these
Things I am thankful for.
things I am thankful for? Is it usually a list of how many? At least 3?
At least
At
three.
least.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna use this na to, one, oops.
And then I add some text with it. Is it okay?
What do you mean po?
Say, for example, I'm thankful for, say today. I'm thankful for this opportunity for you to teach me like
Yeah,
that.
pwede po. Yeah.
I add comments on that.
Yeah, so ang mangyayari is it'll populate ng may default like thing 1, thing 2, thing 3, and then you can just edit that inside your entry, tas hindi naman po mababago yung template, so it's okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to add I just think it would be nice to have like image of the day. image of the day. And then, so it's blank right now.
Okay.
So other than learnings and then things you're thankful for, anything else pa po ba?
Nothing more.
Nothing much. Okay, sige po. And so this is going to be, right now, we are in a single page. So I'm just going to copy all of this. Babalik po tayo sa journal. I'm going to make you a template. So stay tuned. So sa new, this is how you make a template po for database entries. So to do that, meron po kayo makikitang blue na button. It will say new. When I click this one, it's a new entry. I'll show you. It's empty. Mamaya makikita nyo may difference dito sa area na to. May makikita po kayo. Mag-iiba yung itsura niyan. So that's empty. That's fine. What you want to actually click, is the button beside it. So may arrow down button kayo, and that is the button for templates. So here you'll actually see, I'm gonna make you a new template. So you will know that you're editing a template if my dirty white cream banner here, yung yung itsura ng white t-shirt na 10 years ago pa, tas hindi na siya pumuputi kahit sinonrox mo. At yun yung kulay niya. Legit. So, this is your
Parang-
day. Parang ano pa.
Parang yung old photos. Though iba yun. I guess
yeah.
tama yung sa t-shirt. That'll be more appropriate. Okay.
So I copied that. I copied the blocks. These things are called blocks. I copied them here to your template. So it's actually, you don't have to save anything inside of Notion. You just click back. And so I'm gonna just clean this up a little bit. And my cat is making a mess, but whatever. So new entry. Pwedeng dito, pwedeng dito. It's going to look the same. So I'm just gonna click this one. Pero like, the difference of this one is, well, diretso na siyang, parang siyang bagong row kung spreadsheet siya. But this one is different. So, as you can see here, wala na yung cream banner. So that's how you know. This is a new journal entry, basically. Kumbaga kung analog notebook siya, it's a new page. So you can fill this out. So let's say we're going to make the entry for today, August 8th, 2021. Expert, ganyan. And then we're just gonna put
Wow.
the...
I love that.
9 pala today. So type is daily and then learnings wala pa. But this is what I want to show you. Kanina, you just had this one. And then now you have one template. So I'm going to click this one. And then it's going to populate it automatically. So boom. No copy pasting. So nakuha naman po ba, or do you want me po to...
No. I got it. I
Okay
got
naman.
it clearly.
Nice. See? You are a Notion expert. Okay.
Yes. Were you the one who told Bea about that? That we now change our mindset into, instead of I'm gonna finish this, I'm gonna learn Notion. Now I will say I am a Notion expert.
Yeah. So small segue. My cat is now messing with my clothes. Nori, please. Anyway, she's so kulit. So here, that's your template. You can anytime you want to edit it po, if ever, let's say may bago po kayong prompts that you want to do, you can just edit this. Actually, I'm also gonna put daily here. Hey! I'm gonna put daily here, so every time na gagamitin niyo po tong daily journal template, auto-populated na to. Let me just double check if tama. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, it auto-populates. So every time you use this daily journal template, you na-lessen yung kailangan nyo pong i-input sa loob. So, hopefully that helps you out. And, yeah, so that's basically Excuse me. Sorry. So that's basically the template for end your daily journal. Clear naman po ba so far?
Yes, yes.
Okay, amazing. So, okay, now that we have the daily template, so how about the other templates that you want to have, right? So, what I'm going to do before I demonstrate it so that you have a bit of a background. So, right, you have traveling, you have daily, and then you have gratitude. Um, yung gratitude po kasi, pwede rin siyang i-connect to the daily. Pero before I do that, I want to ask you, ano po yung difference when you journal ng daily versus when you journal ng gratitude po?
Actually, I thought we already included it, the things I'm thankful for. I
Yun na
really,
po yun? Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay, sige.
I now incorporate kasi in a day, three things I am thankful for, even
Okay.
amidst challenges or what.
Okay. That's nice. So, from 3 journals, ginawa na lang natin 2. So, syempre, travel is a bit different. So, we're gonna do that. So, kumbaga, yung notebook binder natin, may 2 separate sections siya, right? Because syempre, our brains are also different pag nag-travel tayo. So, right now, right? Right now, wala pa siyang filter. Later, we're gonna add filters. So, what's gonna happen is, if you want to see yung type ng journal entry mo, daily lang, lahat lang ng entries ng daily yung lalabas. And consequently, if you want to see just your travel entries, you can filter that out as well. So that's what we're gonna do now. So, sige, since it's like pandemic, when was the last time you traveled po? And where did you go?
Uh, 2 years ago pa.
2 years ago pa. Usually po
Yeah.
when you do travel journaling, what do you usually how do you usually go about it?
Oh, I write where I went.
Mm-hmm.
I usually, what was, I mean, I put my thoughts there. Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I put this there, and then, oh, I searched this, and it was an experience for me. I write my thoughts. So like my last travel was when I went to US, and then when I went to Japan. That was on 2019. So usually ganun lang. And I'm not sure if I can incorporate pictures there because I
You
put it
can.
in Google. I put it in Google
Mm.
Photos.
You
But
can
of course, it will be better if I can add it per day.
right.
Uh,
Yeah. Oo.
diba?
Sige. So, let's see. So, USA or Japan, which one do you want to? Or do you want to like imagine like okay, tapos na yung COVID.
Mm.
Let's pretend it's over now. Where's the next place you want to go to?
I want to go back to Japan.
Ako rin, Tita Carol, tara. Joke. Saan sa
Pa,
Japan po?
halika!
Tara,
Halika!
I'll be your tour guide. Ako na
Anong,
yung bahala
a-
mag-translate. Charot.
oy talaga?
I
Anong
forgot
fave
na.
mong place doon?
Oh my gosh, so konti pa lang naman yung napuntahan ko. But if it's
Saan yung mga
food,
napuntahan ko?
the
Napuntahan mo?
Osaka
Yeah.
area is like the best. Osaka, Kyoto.
That's where I
Oh.
was supposed to go. But, yun, nag-pandemic kasi.
Yeah, it's so good. Kyoto is also really good because like you have the food and then you have the culture and just the nature and it's like, oh my god, Tita Cara, let's go.
Tara, tara,
let's
tara.
let's go. Okay, so let's see. Kailan kaya matapos COVID? Let's say let's say next year, like exactly a year from
Okay.
now, we're gonna
Okay.
travel to Japan. So let's say it's like a 5-day trip, right? So
Okay.
it's usually 5 days. And since we're freelancers, we can go anytime we want. So um let's say it's like this week up to let's just make it a week. It's
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
So Osaka trip 2022.
22. I love this.
So let's say it's like day 1. let's say it's day one, tas you just go to like, oh, let's say it's a food trip. Sorry, yun lang yung alam kong mga example. Food, ganyan. Uh, so usually, so, nagpa-plano na ako in my head. So like, it's usually Osaka, Kyoto, and Nara. Yung Nara yung may deer.
Yeah, oo, oo.
Yeah, then, oh, let's say, dagdagan natin pati Kobe for the Kobe beef. Let's just go there in our heads. So day one, Osaka food trip. Let's just say, right? And so, um, sorry, this is wrong. Let's see. I might need to edit this later. Nagawin ko siyang by day instead. But okay, so let's say you have I already made a travel journal template, but I'm just going to add an image block to remind you lang po na, oh, pwede po kayo magdagdag. Kasi some people actually use Notion na mukha siyang journal. Actually, may gumawa online magazine inside of Notion. Sobrang wild. Ang ganda niya actually. It's
Talaga?
what? Yeah, and like I'm not as talented as them, but let's try it out. Um so here it's just the basic. We already know this. So let's say day one. It's just let's just say it's August 7, right? So where I went, and then you can put stuff here. Kukuha lang po ako ng text generator. So Lorem, oh my gosh. So I like using, so may Lorem Ipsum, right? I like using Cupcake Ipsum. It's cute. So I'm just gonna use that. It's cute. So where I went. So let's say you went there.
Wow.
And then you can even code this, but I'm not gonna make it super complicated na. So I'm just not gonna do that now. But just know you can actually like format this if you want. If what's your favorite color po?
I don't really have any particular
Really?
favorite. Yeah.
Um
What about you?
blue for relaxing.
Mm.
Mine is I don't know. I mean, I guess depends on the situation. My brand is like more
Yeah, me
green.
too.
Pero sa bahay, I like neutrals. So, it really depends. Tapos sa clothes ko, I like
Me
black.
too. Me too. Ay, pareho tayo.
That's so fun.
Same.
Okay, so there, it's just kartihan ko. And then, let's say, meron tayong image. Let's just make an image here. Let's go to Osaka. Let's see. Oh, this is nice. So I'm just demonstrating. This is just a small demo of like, oh, like stuff that you can do with it for your journaling. Because that's why we're doing this. So maybe we can have like this is kind of like the featured image. So you can do that. And then you can even add a caption like Osaka 2022 blah blah blah. So para siyang it's kind of like a mini journal talaga. And you can also add, let's say you want to add columns kasi you can add right? What if you want to add like 3 photos sa Osaka pero parang hindi maganda tingnan if magkakapatong sila ng parang Lego blocks. So I'm going to teach you now how to make columns, and it's really easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. So let's see. It's loading. Ano ba yan? Hindi siya nag-load. So we're just gonna look. Oh, there, it loaded. So that's one. And so two. Sorry, I'm just choosing random photos na. Food trip pero wala pang food. Sige, hanap tayo ng food. So, what's your favorite Japanese food po?
Well, I like ramen.
Ooh. The best
Ikaw,
ramen.
ano?
Actually, I have so many. Pero the
Ako
best
din,
ramen
ang
I
dami.
had, oh my god, I love Japanese food. What's happening? What happened? The best ramen I had, sorry, segue. The best ramen I had was actually sa may tabi-tabi ng Shibuya Station. It's not those it's not Ichiran Ramen, it's not Ippudo, it's not those brand names. It's literally yung street ramen nila. And it was, I don't know, I really liked the, I don't know, it was so immersive to me na parang ano ba yung nangyari? Like it was like a stall. Kumbaga parang kang bumili ng fishball sa tabi ng daan. Parang ganun yung feeling for me. And
Alam,
then
mm.
that's may libreng refill ng noodles. And it was like, what?
Really? Oh,
And it
where
was
was
like, what?
that?
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, malapit lang po talaga siya sa parang back alley ng Shibuya Station.
Mm-mm-mm.
Nakalimutan ko na yung name. Pero like, most of the shops na ganon, na talagang small business, talagang may libre. Tapos parang, I forgot how much it was, but definitely cheaper. So yeah, that was
Pero
my,
ang laki na serving nila eh.
I
It's already
know.
too much.
Yeah,
Parang,
so,
I have a lot of favorite also. Forgot na the names eh. Yung nabibili rin sa may palengke. So sa may
yeah.
ano.
So what I'm going to do, so this is like really big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make columns, and the way that you make columns, this applies not just to images po, but just text. You can do this rin. What you need to look for, you just click and drag. So ang hihintayin mo is, do you see po yung right now may parang light blue na line na horizontal? Nakamute po kayo.
Yes, I can see it.
You see. So now do you see it, yung horizontal line nagiging vertical? So, pag naka-vertical siya, it means dyan malalagay. Ganyan yung magiging itsura ng row. Dyan niya po ilalagay. So, I'm gonna release it. And so, now, it's 2 columns. We're gonna fix the sizing later. I'm just gonna do it again. So, again, this horizontal thing lets you know kung saan siya malalagay. But now, we want it vertical kasi nga gagawa tayo ng not bagong row, bagong column. So, there it's not the same size. So I'm either gonna resize this. Oh, actually, I'm gonna replace this because hindi siya ano. So let's look for ramen. Ramen, which one looks good? This one looks good, I think. But it's square. Sorry, this is the part where I'm super OC. So I'm gonna keep looking until I find an image that I like.
Same here.
So this is also like, oh, this is how you can make Notion pretty and personalized. Yeah, it's not that hard, totoo lang, once you have this down. So okay, this will do, I guess. This will do. I'm still not satisfied, but this will do. So oop, oop, oop. I'm not gonna I'm trying not to be so OC kasi aabutin tayo ng siyam-siyam, but it's like, it's the best I could do for now. But, so annoying. I'm just gonna delete this for my sanity. So, I hope you don't mind. So, there. So, as you can see, when we make the rows bigger and smaller, nag-adjust siya automatically. And so OC. But I think you get the point naman na po. Yeah, so here, and then you can add captions here, like, okay, eating straight ramen from, and then you can put the place, and then you have captions there, like little, alala ko nung bata ako, and naabutan ko pa naman yung printed photos, and then my mom would write like, oh my god, yung pictures ko from Enchanted Kingdom, parang may mga short captions, and you can do that as well here. So yeah, I don't know. I just I don't know, parang throwback siya for me. And so of course, like you can put your thoughts here. Again, we're just gonna make like cupcake ipsum here. Just gonna put it here. Copy paste. Okay, that's not cute. Wait, copy paste there. Okay. Yeah, so we can just put that here. Let's see. I still want to make it pretty. Alam ko na. I'm going to turn this into a template po, pero I'm going to add, syempre if we're doing traveling, usually may itinerary po, tama po ba? So, would you like to put that inside of your journal template para like you have like a summary near the top na okay, ito yung mga pinuntahan namin this day.
Yes, I actually do that.
Oh, that's nice.
So
Nice. Okay. Great. Okay.
they
So,
also do that.
yeah. Cause well, I wanna recall like I have bad memory, so I want to recall like, oh yeah, we went here, ganyan. So let's see. You can choose any emoji. I'm just gonna choose like a Japan one because the I'm just gonna choose this one. Oh wait, parang mas cute tong. Hmm. I'm gonna choose this little bamboo one just because I think it's very Kyoto like. So let's see. Itinerary. Let's see. Um I'm going to try to make it look pretty. I'm not the best at making it look pretty, but let's try. So turn into and then where we went. We went sorry, or like snapshot. Let's say you can just have snapshot and then may bullet points and then you can just sorry. Ah so sorry. It's my first time with this new feature. So I guess ganyan siya. And then ito, let's turn this into a list. You can make it a to-do or a bulleted list, or you can also turn it into a pwede rin pong numbered list if you prefer that. So you went to get ramen and then you got takoyaki, anything else that you like po. Japanese food. Masarap il sa may Kyoto. Il
Talaga.
rice bowl. It's so good. Like, parang siyang teriyaki, but the eel tastes like fish, but it's a little bit fatty. I don't know, it's hard to describe, but it's not poisonous. They're trained to do it. It's just really, really good. Yeah, so like making myself hungry. so,
Bigla
so
nga
fun.
din ako nag-crave.
Yeah, and then yeah, so just a short snapshot, and you don't really have a favorite color. So we're just going to make this like a red or something. Let's see what's green. Or, excuse me, sorry. I'm going to sneeze. Okay. So here, so we can so this is just like optional stuff. I just want it to look pretty because it's a travel journal. So might as well, 'di ba? So para lang hopefully this entices you to use it more. So um it's like this right now? Or do you like po na magkatabi yung image ganyan? Which do you like? Ito or ito yung sa taas?
Okay lang yan, ganyan. Para on
Ganyan.
the
Yeah.
side, the itinerary.
Yeah. So you can, if you want this like smaller, pwede naman larger. Let's just choose a reasonable size. Okay. And so yeah, so it's kind of like it kind of looks like a blog post sa totoo lang. Like it's starting to look like a blog post, especially if you start formatting this. You can use it for some digital journaling. But yeah, so this is like I think we're good na po here, no? So
Yes,
anything else you want
yes.
to add? Okay.
No,
I'm
no,
going to
no. That will be
I'm
too
going
much
to
ng naisip ko na yung mga travel journal ko. I'm gonna try putting it there.
yeah. So I'm going to copy paste this. So now that I copy pasted it into your template, whenever you make a new travel journal, it's going to look like this. Pero like it's just there for to give you an idea. Yung hindi lang pala okay. So ang hindi na translate agad is yung columns. But this is just to give you an idea so that again, matagal pa mag-travel. So at least you know, like, oh, this is what we did. So there you go. So we're gonna
I,
no problem here. And then just making it pretty again. So the funny thing is, when I make pages for people, like I try my best to make it pretty, and then pag sarili kong stuff, it's like, wengko, it's for funny. Ganun talaga. So yeah. Okay, so that's the okay na. So this is your template na you can always again yung dirty t-shirt colored banner, make sure that's there, and then you can edit like the way you want it to. If you know you're like an expert na and you have all of these aesthetic things that you want to add, you can put that there. But we're gonna leave that for now. And
okay.
yeah, so okay, so next is actually separating yung daily journal mo from your travel journal, right? So what I'm going to do is use a feature called views. So kapag hinover mo, may tooltip, it actually tells you what a view is. So a view lets you see the same database in multiple ways. Basically, for our purposes, it's the feature that we want kasi may dalawa kang journal types. So you want to be able to switch um the type of journal, quote unquote, na nakikita mo, quote unquote, right? So are you a highly visual person po?
Not really. In what
Not really.
sense?
Okay, kasi the reason why I asked is um I'm going to create na kasi yung so right now we have a daily yung journal natin is ganito, parang spreadsheet, pero we can also turn it into a gallery, and so it can start looking like this. And then if you start adding like images here, it's starting to look, I think it's super nice na parang, oh, you have an image of the day. And so, um, super something aesthetic. I hope. Hard. It's hard. I'm like, I'm not sure. It's like, what if you got traumatized and don't want to?
I
Anyway, it's
really
just,
know.
ah,
My family was the one who were
talaga.
traumatized. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
because
low.
they were really seeing me, alam mo yun, nangingisay. They saw
Ah,
me. That's why it was a trauma for them. They don't want to remember it.
right. So I'm just gonna put the heart there because it's like, oh, you felt so loved. It's like, anyway, so the reason why I asked is because we can do it this way, right? So you have your default view, which is a table. So this one is really nice if you want to see the summary, right?
I
Summary of
prefer
your
it that way.
learnings. This one, you like this
Yeah,
one
yeah,
better.
yes.
Okay, instead of this one. Okay, so I'm going to change this into a table view. So this is our daily journal. And this is our travel journal. Okay, so by default, what this means is every time na bubuksan nyo po yung this database,
Mm-mm, mm-hmm.
kung ano po yung nasa taas, yun yung unang bubukas. So right now, ang gagawin ko is yung daily, yung iuuna ko because matagal pa naman mag-travel. So I don't think
Okay.
you're going to use it that much.
Okay.
Itong default view, I'm going to add an emoji like a star. Just like visually makita nyo na, okay, this is the default. So automatically, kita ng utak nyo. Like, okay. Kasi what if you had like 10 different kinds of journals? So it'll be hard for you to read everything. So let's just do it that way. So now you have 3 different views, but they're not really different from each other yet. So what we're gonna do here is make sure we're in the right view, in this case, daily. So ang mangyayari dito, yung gusto nating makita, yung mga daily journals lang. So matatanggal dapat itong type na travel. So You do that by filtering and then where type. Actually, let's rename this para lang hindi nakalito. Journal type. Okay, so yeah, okay, that makes sense. Where journal type is daily. So that's how you filter that. So imagine if you
Oh, yeah, I know.
yeah, if you had like 50 journal entries na travel and 50 na daily and then may master list ka, parang halo-halo.
Yeah, yeah. I tried doing it nga. Ganyan. Sabi
Right.
ko, how will I segregate this?
Yes. And then you can even, let's sort this because it makes sense as a daily journal na um tama, descending, right? So from the most recent entry pababa to the last, to the very, very first, right? So let's add a sort. So how do you do a sort? That's also the reason why meron tayong date property, right? So you want it ng descending, which means yung August yung una. So kumbaga, if you want to review like, oh, nakalimutan ko yung August 8 entry ko. Like, you can do that kasi malapit siya sa taas compared to if it was the other way around. Like, you would have to scroll down and it's just, user experience-wise, it's not the best. So, filter, so this one, and then sort, this one. That's for the daily. And then, clear naman po ba so far?
Yes, yes.
Awesome. So, and then we're just gonna do the same thing for travel journal. The difference is itong dalawang entries na to dapat yung mawawala. So, we're just gonna add a filter. Oops, filter. You'll know you have a filter on if this becomes blue. Same thing with sort. So, right now, wala pang sort. That's why it's gray. Mamaya magiging blue siya. So, where journal type is travel. So, it's there na. Boom. So, yeah. So, that's how you do it. Not sure. Let's add a sort na rin. So, same thing, date. You can always remove the sort and the filter naman po. So, there. So, yeah, that is your daily and that is your travel journal. Kamusta po kayo? Okay naman po. Hindi naman sumasabog info
I'm
overload.
so excited
That's good.
to write down what I need to do.
Yeah. So yeah. I'll also send you a tutorial on how you can duplicate it. Unless you already know po kung paano.
No.
Okay, I will send you one later. So okay.
Techie.
So tapos na. Let me just turn this into.
What I
Okay,
know
so
pala
tapos
is what I did with the zero to CEO. Yun lang.
Ganun rin po actually, duplicate. So, I'll send you the
Okay.
link for
Okay.
you. And then just let me know if you need further assistance. I'll be happy to help you out po. Okay.
Oh, salamat.
Okay, so we're done with the journals. Nandun na rin, pa-bonus ko na yung templates. And then, habit tracker na po yung next. So, before we go into that, how many habits do you want to track in Notion po? Marami.
Oh, probably just 4.
Right now, it's 4. Do you
Yeah.
think it's going to become more in the future?
No,
No.
because I only make I do things one at a time. Actually, 4 nga, ang dami yan eh. Kaya lang, but I really need to. So,
Okay.
I'm not sure. But I
Um,
usually do it. What do you suggest? Diba it's
Okay.
best one habit at a time?
Yeah, oo. Until you have that, at after a certain point, if magaling na kayo, kasi habits are, like, forming habits is also a skill. So, once na master nyo na how to make habits, kaya nyo nang magsabay-sabay eh. Pero, it's always better to just err on the side of caution. So, one at a time. So, by that, do you mean, let's say, right now, habit that you want is sleeping early or something like that. Is it possible na in the future, if maaga na po kayo natutulog, mag-iiba na po yung habit ninyo na gustong
Yes.
i-track? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's helpful. So that means we need to separate the habit database from the journal, right? Kasi,
Mhm.
yeah, so we're just gonna separate that. So what I'm going to do is just create this new database. So can you let me know po, what, wait, teka, what habits you want to track?
Writing daily.
Okay. Writing what daily?
For my copywriting
Ah,
skills.
how about let's say practice
Practice
copywriting
copywriting. Yeah. Okay.
daily. Okay. What else po?
Exercising.
Um, how how long po? At least how many
An
minutes?
hour. I wait. At least 30 minutes.
Exercise at least 30. Oops. And then what else po?
Now I'm trying to develop yung sleeping at 10 p.m.
Okay. Last.
Bible reading daily.
Okay. Okay. That's nice. So these habits, do you want to categorize them? Like, oh, this is for career, this one is for spiritual, this one is for health. Do you want that?
Mm,
Di na kailangan.
no, not really. Okay na.
Okay,
Not.
sige.
Mm.
Okay, sige. So,
But
what I'm going to... Sige pa.
yes, sorry, yeah. Because there are some like there was a time that I wanted to develop some habits related to my work. So, oh, by the way, I wanna wait, but that's really I'm not sure if it's habit or I wanna develop consistency in value posting kasi.
Okay.
So, is that a
Sige.
habit or is that
Yep.
what can you say,
Um,
Sales?
it is. Pero if you have practice copywriting daily, um,
It can easily
you
be.
you can practice copywriting by making value posts. So you
Mhm,
have to
mhm.
set the boundary for the habit. Like, okay, what does copywriting mean for this habit? Like, do you mean like formal, like may exercises ka from a course that you're taking, or is it like just copywriting in general? Because copywriting is, it can be emails, it can be value posts, it can be like all these different things.
I'm
Up to you.
doing, may ginagawa ako ngayon eh. Kasi like writing 100 words. And then after I think 2 weeks, I'm gonna make it 200. And then that's
Mm,
just 30 minutes. And then 30 minutes I'm hand copying. The hand
mm,
copying involves analyzing the copy. And then it's really 1 hour. The exercise of that is 1 hour. 30 minutes reading books related to copywriting.
okay. So the thing is, like when you say practice copywriting daily and you have all these little things under what practice means to you,
Yes.
these are actually different habits.
Oh,
So,
really?
mm-mm. Yeah, like
Mm-mm.
it can even go deeper. Like, so when you do, let's say it's read something about copywriting every day. Um, the habit of you doing that at a certain time, let's say 6 p.m., takes a different willpower um to do it at another time.
Mm,
So,
okay.
kumbaga, like, let's use it in the context of smoking, right? So, because like smoking it's an addiction. So, kumbaga, it's a bad habit that if you want to like tanggalin, you trying to take it out is not as simple as trying to quit smoking. It's actually a lot of tiny habits that we just call trying to quit smoking. Kasi we have triggers. So sorry, like I'm just geeking out about habits na. I hope you don't mind.
I
But
love it
okay lang.
actually.
So, naging
Kasi
productivity coach na rin.
parang tingin ko kasi sales, I have too much.
I think you...
Na I was thinking of it could it could really, but I've been used to it kasi, as a homemaker, dami ko talagang ginagawa rin kasi. So, I've been doing that for years. So, though what I've been doing is like, say for example, I'm reading 3 books in a day. But what I do is like I read a chapter a day for that book, and then on lunchtime another book which is related to my homemaking. So,
Okay.
ayun, I've been doing
That's
that
good.
for, but this time, medyo, I guess it requires effort from me.
The
So,
copywriting one, tama po ba?
yeah, yeah.
So I think we need to break that down further. So, medyo out of scope na siya sa Notion build. But
Naku, sorry,
anyways.
sorry. Wag na,
No,
wag
it's
na.
okay.
Pag ano.
Nandito na tayo, so it's okay. So, going back to the kwento about smoking, kasi minsan din naman, so it's fine. Just give me lots of plants.
I will. Alam
Ayun.
mo ba? Yung mga friends ko nga dito, sinabi ko na, uy, patingin nga ng garden. Pwede pong pag-ano mo naman ako niyan. Ever
This
since
is my premium pay.
Kaya,
I'm getting
kaya
plants, I'm getting plants.
wag ka na magbibili kasi pag nagkita tayo, I'm gonna give you lots. Tapos kanina nga I was driving, sabi ko, oh, nakita ko yung binibilan ko ng tabliya
Oh,
sa tabi.
thank you. So, going back
Okay.
na po so right, smoking. So, when you try to quit smoking, may mga triggers yan usually. Like, sa different people, like, let's say, one of the triggers of it is like stress. So, every time, so may different kinds of stresses that makes people want to smoke. So, in that case, it might be like, oh, maybe it's like work-related. And then, another trigger is like home-related naman sa family, right? So, breaking the habit of smoking involves, number one, not just breaking the habit sa work, but also sa home. Kasi you want to take out all of the triggers, which means I actually consider that as 2 separate habits talaga. Kasi it's a different habit cycle. There's this whole cycle of how to break it and stuff. So yeah, so in this case, yung sa practice copywriting daily, we can either I think we can focus on one for
Writing,
now.
writing.
Okay, so writing specifically what?
Kasi I noticed, it has been some time that I was not able, kasi nag-pause ako ng copywriting ko. I didn't
Mm-mm.
accept clients. So, parang napansin ko, sales, ang bagal ko mag-isip, ang tagal ko mag-isip ng ideas.
Mm-mm.
Nangyari ba yun sa'yo? Hindi
Parang
naman.
getting rusty na. I think so. Parang it's kind of like parang may sa physics, parang there's this momentum, tas may inertia, like parang, oh, once you stop, it's kind of hard to do it again. So yeah, that's normal. So
Yeah,
unmute.
thanks.
So
So,
so
yun, I'm thinking of just focusing on writing.
okay, writing for how long and what kind of writing needs to be specific.
Uh, what I'm doing now is just I write anything. May daily prompt lang
Okay.
ako.
Okay.
And parang free writing lang siya.
Free
But
writing hanggang maubos. Tama po ba?
I just do that for 10 days. I'm on my 5th day actually.
Okay. Okay, sige. So, ayun. So again, so those are the habits right now. I'm going to delete this kasi we don't need the categories naman. So now that you have your habit, it's going to be a simple database lang. Dalawa lang siya. Habit name and the journal entry. So we have the habit name na. Okay, so yun yung entry mo. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to connect the habit database to your journal. So I'm going to show you how that works specifically like later. But the idea is for you, since you do your daily journal every day, you can input there the habit that you did every single day without like without having to go to this database. So, what does that mean? It
Wow,
means,
that will be lovely.
yeah. So, imbis na bubuksan mo yung journal, tapos bubuksan mo yung habit, pwedeng journal na lang. And since you're doing it daily naman na, like it's your habit na, you can actually just edit it from here and then ito lang yung bubuksan mo. And then that's like really nice, right? Like the workflow is really nice. Like it doesn't have to feel like Notion is a chore. So let's do that. So to do that, what we need to do is when you're making a database, these are called properties. And so we're also going to use a property for that. Nandito siya sa advanced and it's called a relation property. So our relation allows you to link pages from other databases. So kumbaga, it's kind of like, when your siblings, like you're connected to your siblings in a different way, like different from like if friends mo lang sila or if it's a stranger, right? So it's kind of like that. We're kind of, let's just call them like we're making them into siblings. So so you need to know the name of your database and it's just habit. So it's fine. So this is already it's already connected. I-rename lang natin because it's less confusing that way. Ito rin. I'm going to set this up na. So journal. Um, let's see. Journal entry. Journal. Let's call it journal entry. And what's going to happen is, right? So I'm imagining this is how you'd use it. So let's say it's August 9 right now, and then you have 4 habits. You can click this column here. I don't know, saan kaya siya maganda ilagay? Maybe here. You can click here, tapos magpa-populate siya ng entries na nilagay mo, which means you have free writing daily, right? So what if yung free writing mo, it turned into something else, right? Like, oh, you meant for it to be free writing, pero naging hand copy, right? You can easily just edit that from habit and then automatically it will also be edited here. So I'm just going to demonstrate that. So let's say yung free writing naging hand copy. Pero so hand copy. When you go to journal, it automatically edits that, which means if nagkamali ka or you need to edit something, you just need to do it once since it syncs 2 ways. So whatever you do in one, it happens there. So you don't have to copy paste so many things. It's just there. So balik natin to. So let's say it's August 9 and then ang nagawa mong habit is, well, all of it. So you can just select it here. You can select it there. And so makikita mo dyan, like, oh, these are all my habits, right? And so
Oh,
let's
ang
say,
galing.
yeah, so like mind blown. So
Grabe, ang galing-galing.
you can also,
Thanks, Sels.
you're welcome. So you can also open a page. Thus you can also do that. Kasi let's say, I don't, like you can say, parang you're doing your journal for the day, like what you're grateful for. So parang, o nga pala habits ko. So parang if you have end of the day review, you can edit it here. It's the same thing. Whatever you do here, it's going to look the same. So balik tayo, right? Tinanggal ko lahat. So matatanggal rin yan. And if I put everything here, magpa-populate ulit siya dito. So again, it just really reduces that having to copy paste so many things kasi nga it's all connected to each other, which I think is like super nice. So ayun, so you already have that one. So actually nandun na yung habits mo. But I feel like, do you want the ability to be able to track your habits?
Yes.
Yeah. So what kind of tracking do you
Yeah.
want to have? Like
What do you suggest? Oh.
that really depends on like what your goal is for like tracking the habit. Like ano ba? Like do you
Like
want to
yung,
see Sige, yeah, go po.
Yung Bible reading ko kasi, iba yun sa personal devotion ko kasi. Yung Bible reading ko, my goal there is to be able to read through the entire Bible in 1 year.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, okay, sige.
Yan.
So,
And then, yun.
that's a little bit more complicated. Although,
Simplihan natin. Hindi, ano
yeah,
yung ginagawa mo before? Para I can
okay.
simplify it.
Actually, incidentally, yung Read Bible in 1 year, I have a Bible app. There's a Bible plan, na Bible in 1 year. So I just have to open that app. So it's not really connected to Notion, pero it tracks it for me. Pero to make it simpler for us, what do you think about just counting the number of journal entries, aka days? So this is
Yes,
basically the number of
yes.
days.
Yes, I would love that.
So, okay. That's nice. So, what we're going to do here is, this is also an advanced property. But since ito-duplicate nyo naman po to, so I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. And I'm going to tell you why I chose this more advanced feature as well. So, we're going to use something called a roll up. You don't have to I don't expect you to memorize it. But basically, the reason why I'm using a roll up is because if napansin niyo po, these are all our properties. Wala po siyang date property because it doesn't work that way. Parang it can't because it'll be really complicated if every day gagawa po tayo ng property. It's going to look super messy. So, ang gagawin natin, since it's connected to the journal entry, the journal database, we're going to use yung dates na nasa journal entry database to populate this one. So, kumbaga, para kang nag-pass the message sa Notion na parang, okay, yung property na to ni journal database, ipapasa mo sa database ni habit. So kumbaga, ano bang maganda? Yun, parang kang nag-pass the message. Is like the best analogy I could come up with right now. But I'll just show you what it looks like. So basically, ang mangyayari is ika-count po natin yung number of times na nagawa niyo po siya. So that's what we're counting right now. So it's also so I'm just gonna set it up. That is also a way to do this. Let's see. Date. Tapos count all. Okay. I did it. So, number of occurrences. Okay. So, let's say, yeah. So, ito kasi, right? Makikita niyo naman po sa journal entry. So, let's say sleep at 10 p.m. daily. You've done it ng June 28 and ng August 9. So, that's basically 2 journal entries. So, kumbaga, yung number of occurrences mo is, the way it's being computed is if sa journal entry na to, nilagay mo itong specific habit na to, that's telling Notion, for our purposes, it's telling Notion, okay, nagawa niyo yung habit na to, 1 point para sa habit na to. Yun yung ginagawa. I see you nodding. So I guess this is making sense for what you want. So it's telling you na, okay, you've done this twice already. Ganon. So, ito parang, this is like, you've done it once without having to make it super complicated. So, it's just really simple. So, it's just 3 columns for habit. You don't have to touch this anymore. If ever masira siya, just message me. I'll just fix it for you. No problem. And so, yeah. Yun. So, right now, does this make sense naman po for you?
Yes, and I love it. I'm super, super. I'm also overwhelmed with what you're doing.
Overwhelmed in a good way? Or
Yes, overwhelmed with joy.
okay, because I was like, are
Not
you? Di naman siya.
overwhelmed with the
Okay.
task. No.
Okay, sige, that's good. So, ayun. So, basically, what's gonna happen is, let's say, gawa tayo. Actually, the thing is, you can also, so remember this po, may journal entries tayo. And then the way you can make it is by here or by here. But since kambal toko na nga sila ni habit database, you can also make a journal entry here. So let's say, oh yeah, I also nag-exercise, let's say you also slept yesterday, right? So I'm just going to make a journal entry here, quote unquote, 2021. I slept early. Just making stuff up. So, syempre, wala pa po tayong journal entry for August 8. So, if I type that out, walang mag-appear, but it'll give you the option to create a new page. So, if I create a new page here, what's going to happen is, sa journal database po natin, yung kanina, magkakaroon ng bagong page. So, yeah. So, let's check that out. Syempre, like, wala pa siyang ginagawa. The reason why you don't see it here is naka-filter kasi. Kasi wala pang, empty pa kasi yun eh. So, you can just check this out. So, okay, this one. So, just fix that up and then balik tayo. So, it's there na po. Right? So, basically, it also, so you made one from here. So, there's just like multiple ways of doing the same thing inside of Notion. So, depends on where you are, which I like. And then, of course, since itong entry na to nandito, it also counts as an occurrence, right? And so, you can even actually compute for, like, you can use this, you can calculate, things like, let's see, ilan yung occurrences ng, so you've done your habits, all total habits, like a total of 6 times. So, alam mo yun, parang, you can, it's a nice like indicator, like, oh yeah, I showed up for my habits today. And it's a good indicator of progress because it's hard to quantify things sometimes. But this is like, oh, this is something that you can do.
You know that yung sa reading the Bible daily, when I do that, it's like 52 weeks kasi siya.
Yeah.
So, yun, it means a lot then.
Yeah. And then you can eventually, balikan niyo po ako in a few weeks. Just let this system grow on you. And if you want to build it out more, like, we can improve this pa eh. Like, oh, if may quota ka, like, let's say, you need to read the Bible daily, right? So, let's say, 365 or something. We can put like a progress bar. Like, I'm not gonna do that now because it feels like ang dami na. But that's really possible. And yeah, so just know that the thing that we made now, hindi siya stagnant. We can build upon it pa. So kumbaga, this is a really good base for whatever else you want to do with it. So
Thank you.
Yeah. What else? So right now, that's your habit tracker. Okay pa po ba kayo?
Yeah. Ay, hindi.
Okay.
Ikaw ang iniisip ko kasi di ba hanggang 6:30 ka lang? Kami gagawin pa kayo. Sorry, 7 o'clock na nga eh.
No, it's okay. Ako yung madaldal. So there's also that. I'm going to make it pa rin. Pero I'm going to make it now para tapos na because my schedule, I don't know when I'm gonna be free again. I'm gonna make it now pero it's not gonna be as super madaldal ako. It's going to be simple lang. Is that okay pa? Okay. So, we have the journals done. The habit tracker is done. So now we have content. Do you want yung content niyo po connected siya sa idea dump ninyo? No. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
So, bibilisan ko na lang po, but it's actually the same principle as what we already did. It's just that, okay, yung kambal toko this time is the calendar. Content calendar and the idea dump. So this is a calendar, content calendar. Database, calendar view, and then, so let me know lang po anytime if may gusto po kayo i-clarify or if you want me to slow down because magtutuloy-tuloy na ako. If you don't mind. So, pero may voiceover pa rin naman. So here, I'm just doing the same thing what we did. It's just the order I usually do it in. So, yeah. This might look a little, yeah, my workflow might look a little bit different. Oops. Oh, no, that's wrong. Oops. So idea dump. Idea dump. Okay, related to content calendar, and then you just go content calendar, and you have ideas. Do you have specific categories po yung mga idea dumps mo?
Yes, I
Okay.
have a separate one for my practical homemaker.
Okay.
Yung group ko, yung FB group.
Mm-mm. Yeah, practical homemaker. What other things?
Actually, yung practical homemaker, may ano pa yan categories. Kasi, okay lang ba yun?
Yeah.
Or
So,
that'll
okay.
be too much?
No, it's fine. If that's the way your brain works, what we can do is, so kanina po, 'di ba, sa journal natin, you can only select one kasi it's only like
Mhm.
one kind of journal entry. But this time, this is a multi-select. So para siyang like, multiple choice. So if you have an overarching, overall na practical homemaker, you can have that tag, and then what are the example subcategories po na meron?
Specific roles like father and
Okay.
father, and then mother, yes, and then
Mm.
children,
Mm-hmm.
and then husband and wife.
Mm.
Husband, wife.
And you can, oops, sorry. You can customize the colors din po pala if OC po kayo sa
Yun,
kulay.
oo nga, oo.
Yeah. Do you
How do
want
I do
like
that
iba?
the
Okay.
color?
So this works for multi-select or kahit yung kanina na select. So what colors you just, so may makita po yung tatlong dots sa right?
Okay.
What colors? Do you want it like isang kulay lang or iba-iba?
No, magkakaiba if ever. So I can, para
Let's
mas
just make
mabilis
it
ko ma-identify.
right. Let's just make it rainbow because like
Yeah.
it's the
Okay,
easiest
thank
for
you.
me. So yeah. So there.
Okay.
And so yeah, it's all rainbow now. You can even actually put emojis here.
Oh, okay.
So
Sige.
I'm gonna do that just for one, just to remind you na, oh nga pala, I can put emojis there. So that, or like mail, I guess this one. So there, and then it will be here. So you can change
Okay.
that, and yeah, stuff like that. So how do you select tags? You just click it and then mag-appear. How do you take out tags? You just click the X mark here sa gitna. Sa gilid. So let's say this one's husband and wife. You have your idea here.
Okay.
And then this is like your amazing idea here. And
Okay.
this is your, so what I recommend you do is i-favorite nyo po ito so that it is always at the top of your workspace. And then lagay po kayo ng emoji. So I guess let's look for a home. Syempre gusto natin may garden. So yeah. So it's easy to identify. Ren. So it's really cute. So
Ang cute.
nandun na po yung idea. I'm just gonna leave this empty for now. But I want to talk about yung content calendar. So here, so again, let's just do that here. And then, ano ba? Like, post on, let's say mag-FB live po kayo. Gagawa tayo.
Okay.
I'll just make it super simple. FB live about, do you have a topic at the top of your mind?
Role, husband's role. Say for example. Wait. The recent topic that I had, yung wives, fulfillment, wives lang, wives role na lang. Parang ganun, easier for me.
Okay. So, let's say you have dito, right? Yeah, husband and wife. Okay. And so you have your idea dump here. So connected po siya, right? Like what we did kanina sa habits. So now you have So right, the way the workflow I imagine it to be, right? Like, okay, you're going about your day and then ting, you have this amazing idea and then takbo ka sa Notion agad. Since nasa favorite siya, it's easy. So bago siya mawala, you can click that, punta ka sa iPad
Okay.
nyo, and then type this down. Like, yeah, okay. For example, let's type this amazing idea here. Ako nga, like, hindi ko na po siya binubuksan. Like, if I have an idea, like, I just dump it all here. Kahit mahaba siya, okay lang. And
Talaga?
then, yeah.
Okay.
Like, if you see mine, it's like super messy. But the purpose of the idea dump naman is for you to be able to capture it
Yes, yes,
bago siya
yes.
mawala, right? So, okay, now that you have your idea dump, right? Like, let's say you're planning so after, like, let's say a week, right? Maybe you have a
Mm-mm.
specific day to plan your content and you're like, okay, I'm planning my content, and then you're like, okay, I'm kind of out of ideas, pero buti na lang meron akong idea dump, right? So
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
the way you could do that is like, okay, you can actually start with the idea dump first and then just click that and then do the other ones. But basically, inuna na natin to eh. So you can just put that there, right? So this idea dump would be about, a more descriptive, like, okay, wives need these, or
Okay,
wives are
okay.
fulfilled by these, blah blah
Mm-mm,
blah.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
And then you can have, let's say, do you have a sample? Let's make it like more realistic. Do you have specific samples of ideas in your head about your Facebook group?
Okay. So, like for example, now, for the children, the role of the
Mm-mm.
children, it's honoring parents.
Mm-mm. Right.
Yun. And
Okay.
okay, yeah, that one. So,
Right.
what
So
else?
let's say, I don't know, I'm just going to make stuff up. Okay,
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah,
related
yeah.
sa so like,
Yeah,
okay,
yes, yes, yes.
how to teach kids to do chores,
Mm-mm.
building habits for kids. So like
Yay! Uh-uh.
usually, right, like marami kang like pumapasok sa isip mo once you get started, and then
Mm-hmm,
like
mm-hmm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
husband and wife arguments, and like, I don't know, like suddenly my brain is just going into like meal prepping for the family. uh
Yay! Yeah.
so
Okay.
that's something I'm also interested in. So now that, okay, so kunyari naubos mo na lahat ng ideas mo, right? So 1 and 3 is like one idea. If you want to expound, so let's say role of children is honoring parents because blah blah blah, because that's what your brain wants. It's basically a brain
Mm-mm,
dump, right?
mm-hmm,
It's
mm-hmm.
fine. Pero if ito, iba-iba na, then iba-ibang entries na sila. And then ito, children. And then you can just make the tags. So, and like, of course, like, naka-practical homemaker sila lahat. So, there's that.
Mm-hmm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Just in case, like, if you have another, like, Facebook group or another idea dump, maybe it's related to your
How
copywriting
do I
naman.
add for the ano? I just have to add tags, or
Yes, you
say for
just click
example for
it.
copywriting.
Yeah, so you just click this anywhere, actually. So let's say you want one for copywriting, and then click create, and it's already there. And
And then
tanggalin
I'm
lang
gonna
natin siya.
remove the practical homemaker. Or
Yeah, you can if it's about,
okay.
so
If it's
if it's
about
about like
copywriting.
copywriting, like, okay, copywriting is not just about manipulating people or something like that.
Okay.
Something like that. And then like what I showed you kanina, you can filter it
Yeah,
out.
okay. Okay.
So I think you already know how to do that. But yeah, okay. So you already have the beginnings of a really good database. So when you're doing your content calendar, and so instead of staring at a blank page, since your past self is like, oh, thank you, past Carol, you had like all these nice ideas, you can just go to like idea dump, and it's like, okay, what's a good, like, oh, I'm empty, but then you see this and then you get inspired, and then you can be like, okay, it's about, let's say, like, puro kids because it's kids day or something like that.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
you have these ideas related to kids, so you can have multiple ideas in one, ano. And so you can be like,
Oh,
oh,
really?
FB, yeah, so post about kids day or something like that. And so you have all these tidbits, you have all these ideas. And what's even good about this is if you have like a roll of children and then you have notes here, like
Mm.
when
Uh-huh,
you
uh-uh.
have posts like this, you can just click this, this boom, like you'll see the notes already. And then
Galing.
yeah, and so it's like a really, really easy way to get your notes instead of like, oh, you're gonna pull up a folder or you're gonna pull up, like different, Google Doc links. It's just all there. So, masaya siya. It's really
Oo
fun.
nga,
So,
galing. And
yeah. So,
then,
yeah. So, let's say Kids Week pala next week or something. National Children's Week or something. So, it's like this week long thing. You can also, instead of like every day, you can make it may duration siya. So you could do that. Or you could just, kids week 1, kids week 2, kids week 3. And
okay,
that's
okay.
fine. That's
Mm-mm.
individual siya. But at least it's all there. So the magic becomes, itong, pag may dates ka na, right? Pag may dates ka na, you can actually make it like, balik tayong calendar view. And then you see it. And this is your content
Ay,
calendar.
talaga, ang galing.
That's your content calendar. So it's just all there. And then you can even display it like, okay, ano nga ba yung ideas na yun? You can put that there. Right? Uh
Oh.
yeah. And ito pa, right? So you own a Facebook group. So I'm pretty sure like hindi lang naman iisang kind of content yung kailangan yung i-post. Tama po ba?
Mm, mm,
Right?
mm.
So you have different things. So let's say medium, right? Let's say we could say Facebook Live, FB Live,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
then you have value
But
post.
yeah, okay.
What else? Infographic, all these things. Or
Mm,
maybe like you
okay.
have a podcast,
Mhm.
or all of that. So you can have ito FB Live to. So let's just make more entries. So marriage, like strengthening marriage bonds. Ganyan. Okay. And so I'm just gonna make up random like stuff. Meal prep in less than 2 hours. Yan, ganyan. And then you just put like, okay, there. And so
Galing-galing.
and
Natuwa.
so you have this like medium here, pwede rin dyan. You can actually like medium here, and then if it's online na, you can put the links as well.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Wow, oo
but
nga 'no?
yeah, so I'm gonna do that because you're like, oh yeah. So link, live link. You can put like a live link there, and then if you want to check it again, um, yeah, which is actually para siyang perpetual machine. Like, if you see the live thing, and then it's like, oh, I got an idea. So you can just balik mo ulit sa idea dump, and then mapupunta siya sa content calendar. It's just basically, it's like a well-oiled machine. So, yeah. So here, we're just going to like, iba-iba, whatevs. And then calendar view, you can also show it there. So like you already know, right? Okay, right now may FB live ako today. Like you see it here already. And then if you color code it nicely, not like this one, like it's like okay, matingkad. So kita mo na okay, yellow is FB live. So like you actually see, let's say you have one post every day, at a glance, makita mo na parang, if na-memorize mo na, okay, FB Live is brown, and then makikita mo, parang konti yung brown ko. And that already tells your brain na parang hindi ako nag-FB Live recently. And so,
Mhm.
that helps you out. So, yeah. And then,
Wow, grabe.
yeah. The good thing, the last na to, also a nice thing about content calendar. Let's say itong post na to, oh no, I'm not gonna make it. Let's just do it ng 28, right? And you can just
Mm.
drag it, and then the date also changes.
Oh,
Yeah,
automatic na pala.
yeah. And let's say, okay, like Friday, Saturday siya. Okay, dalawang post siya. Automatic. You can just click and drag everything. So here, you can just click and drag it there. So yeah, that's basically it.
Ah, this is such a master class.
Dapat ba? Should I
I
offer
feel
it na?
I feel guilty for
Why?
this.
Why?
Parang ano,
Oh, it's okay.
ang ganda niya, sales. Alam mo, pwede mo siyang gawing masterclass.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, it can be a paid one.
Yeah. So let's see. I want Dren, pero let's see. I don't want to like burn myself out. But yeah, basically, so that's what we covered today. We have journal database, habit, connected them, content calendar, and idea dump, and then connected them. You can, I'm gonna leave it for now para hindi ka
Mhm,
super,
mhm,
you don't want to overbuild.
mhm.
But then I already have ideas like, oh, we can do this. Oh, we can do that. So yung pwede mong balikan in a few months and we'll see how to improve it pa. But for now, this is a good base. So I will send this to you so you can duplicate it.
Thank you. Hey,
And do you
sales,
have,
what if,
yes pa?
say for example, I add a book list?
Mm-mm.
Things na, it's easy naman, no? I just have to, parang to-dos ba siya? Parang ganun.
Book list, ano po yung purpose ng book list? Like what are the things that you want to use it for? Do you want to have like what? Just want to see the books that you've read? Do you want
Oh,
to have
I
notes
plan to
about
read.
it? Doon nyo po ilalagay sa entry niya yung notes nyo po about that book.
Pwede rin, oo. Or, no, yeah, the
Simple lang.
books, simple lang na, say for example, I need, parang reading list, ganun.
Mm-mm. Yeah, you can just make another database po ulit yung gamitin nyo. So,
Okay.
database,
Sige.
and then
Okay,
book
sige.
list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
And you can start there.
I'll just follow na lang.
Yes.
Maraming salamat.
Super welcome. Do you have anything else po?
That would do for now. And then I'm
Okay,
gonna
sige.
ask you na lang.
Yeah. Oo, yeah.
Later.
That's good. Like, let
Just
it
like
live.
what you said. Yeah.
Let it grow with you.
Yes,
See what
please.
works and what doesn't. And just let me know.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Did
I
you
hope
have
we see
fun?
each other again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
I love it. Love it.
Yay.
It's so amazing.
Yay.
Na-overwhelm ako with joy. With joy, ha?
That's
Not
good.
with ano.
Whew.
Thank you. And you made
That's
it
good.
easy for me
Really?
to
Oh, that's good.
understand. Because you
Okay.
know I mean, I'm not that tech savvy. So, it was,
Was it easy to follow naman po ba? Okay naman.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you
I'll send
so
this to you.
much. Yeah. I don't want to bother
You're
you
welcome.
anymore. Have your
You're not a
rest.
bother. You're not a bother.
Hey,
Grar.
let's see each other soon, na.
Sige po. Thanks,
While
tita. Bye po.
Yeah, good night. Thank
Good
you. I'll wait na
night.
lang. Thank you.
Thank you po. Bye. So, that was our Build With Me session. Nakarami tayo. It's been, yeah, it's been almost 2 hours. So, I hope you guys learned a lot today. So, check that out. Let me know if you have comments, suggestions, if you want the template. I'm not sure if that will be helpful for you guys. And yeah, just leave a comment if you have questions. I'll try to answer it as soon as possible, but no promises, but I will try my best. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.